It is a proud moment for both India and Pakistan as Kailash, Satyarthi and Malala Yousafzai will be honoured with the Nobel Peace Prize along with 11 others at a grand ceremony in Oslo today. Smita Sharma has been tracking this very closely and is now joining us live from the Norwegian capital of Oslo. Smita, Indian child rights activist Kailash Satyarthi, Pakistani teenager Malala Yousafzai, who stood up against the Taliban, will be sharing not only this honor, this great honor, but the $1.1 million US Peace Prize.
Absolutely, Sanjana. A very special occasion, really one of those historic occasions which are far and few, where an Indian and a Pakistani are co-recipients of the Nobel Peace Prize at a time when the two countries are really diplomatically not on talking terms. There is just so much of tension and violence along the borders, along the LOC. But here, of course, these two recipients have been sending out the message of peace, and they have been stressing on the fact that there needs to be greater literacy, greater education to ensure that there is greater peace in this region. Interestingly, Sanjana, here in Oslo, in fact, this is just 8 o'clock in the morning and it's freezing already. It's been raining here through the night, but they have quite a packed schedule this morning at 10:30 local time, which is around 2.5 hours from now. They will be attending that open air concert, which is being organized by Save the Children. Then, of course, that Nobel ceremony in the afternoon, 1 o'clock local time or 5:30 India time. There's that Nobel banquet for them. And currently, there is an Indian here with me that I identified on the streets. She's Seema with us. I'll just try and get a reaction. Seema, you're going to be, your husband's attending, of course, the Nobel ceremony. You will be attending the music concert.
Yes.
How do you see the buzz around here, really?
I mean, we are here to cheer for Mr. Satyarthi, right? And all of us are very excited, and it's a complete honor for me and my husband to be here. I mean, when we go and, you know, we share the same floor as Malala and Mr. Satyarthi. So it's absolutely a privilege to be here, and it's such a wet and windy morning here in Norway. So it's
I believe you were also saying that the security is like, you know, really tight out there in the hotel.
I have a 12-year-old daughter, and she has been following Malala like crazy, and she sent a book, you know, I am Malala, ki mama, that please get it signed from Malala. And nobody, trust me, nobody can approach her, nobody can reach her. Mr. Satyarthi is so easy. I mean, he's such a calm and composed personality and very, very cool. But for Malala, yes, the kind of security it's
Very
quite a much.
quickly, you think Malala is more popular here than Mr. Satyarthi, really?
Not really. And you know, Mr. Satyarthi, and it's very great embarrassment for us, you know, the moment the Nobel Prize was announced, then only at least I came to know about him.
Right.
Initially, I was just not aware. But yes, Malala was more into the news because of all that Taliban thing and all. But yes, Mr. Satyarthi, not very popular. I'm here to cheer for him. So right.
So of course, you know, you will see, we were speaking to people from Afghanistan, from Pakistan yesterday as well, and all of them very enthused at this special occasion. So, and Malala and Kailash Satyarthi, they're also saying that it would have been much more special if both Mr. Nawaz Sharif and Narendra Modi would have been possibly present here as well. But it's normally not seen that heads of states are present during these Nobel Awards.
Smita Sharma, Deputy Editor, bringing us that report live from Oslo. Thank you so much for joining us, Smita. This is remembered as India's Kailash Satyarthi, a noted child rights activist who quit his engineering career to start the Bachpan Bachao Andolan, an NGO that rescues lakhs of children from bonded labor across the country. He also launched a global march against child labor, a phenomenon which is now active globally.
57 million children today are out of school, the young children. And another more than 100 million, rather 120 million children are those who were forced to leave the school before attaining 5th grade. So if you put these figures together, then you can very simply draw a parallel that there is a chicken and egg relationship between child labor and education, child labor and poverty, poverty and education. None of them can be achieved without killing one of them or all of them together. So we have to break this circle. In our case, we have freed thousands of children, and I am so happy to say that through the government schemes, Indian government has very good scheme for the rehabilitation of freed bonded laborers and bonded children. We have other schemes. Of course, sometimes it takes time, but we work hard and ensure that every single child gets the benefit under those government schemes. My own organization in India, Bachpan Bachao Andolan, runs 3 rehabilitation centers. This is education, rehabilitation and training centers, so that the children who are freed can go there and be educated, so that they can join the mainstream education eventually if they are young. And the children who are 16, 17, 18, they are also imparted vocational training. But more importantly, we always had a vision, and this vision had come true in many cases, that a freed bonded child laborer or a freed child should become the leader, the ambassador and pioneer for the work. And it has happened. Many of my teammates and colleagues in India who are freeing other children are the former child laborers or former bonded child laborers. They were forced laborers. Some of them were trafficked and sold, but now they are freed, the girls. And the girls have become the pioneers and champions in freeing other girls. And they are much more effective than me or many of my colleagues, let me say you with full authority, because they are the most powerful people.
When you take a step, when you raise your voice, it really brings a change. So if we want to see no child out of school, then we have to speak and we have to contribute. And I'm really happy that my friends are here, Kainat, Shazia and Kainat Somro as well. They are from Pakistan. My friends from Nigeria and from Syria are also coming, who is now a refugee and she's now living in Jordan. So I'm really happy that they are here with me and we all are standing together and telling the world that we are here to fight for our rights and that it is all right to go to school. Why should it be neglected? Why are we fighting for something which we deserve? Because in this world, if we are thinking that we are modern and we have achieved so much development, then why is it that there are so many countries where children are not asking for any iPad or computer or anything else? What they're asking for is just a book and just a pen. So why can't we do that? Why can't we just give a book and a pen? Why can't we just give a school to children which can really change their future, which can really change their world? They're asking for nothing special, just a school.
This is the good acknowledgement for both countries to perform like the Nobel person in our countries, and education is the best policy to aware about the war is not good for both countries, for the world. War is not good.
There is no any political issue behind this Nobel Peace Prize. Nobel Peace Prize always giving to the people who work for human right, for freedom, for democracy, for respect the nation, religions. So I think they are the best select.
Of course, we are hopeful for the change, for her struggle and everything. We are very glad for her. She is getting this Nobel Prize.
Girls and boys both have to be in schools, not to workplaces.
When you take a step, when you raise your voice, it really brings a change.
Warriors of peace to be honored, India and Pak's Nobel moment.
All the Nobel laureates who are in town right now for the Nobel Peace Prize ceremony are impressed by the warmth of people around here.
Watch every detail of this historic event with headlines today in Oslo.